Are you stuck with living a double life? Are you always going through a lot? Are you always trying to uphold this one being, and 1 minute is too overstimulating and the next it's not? My name is Aleena, also known as Ms. Lena on YouTube, and I like to raise awareness about bipolar disorder because it's something that relates very closely to me, as I stayed in a psychiatric hospital for a month and I was diagnosed with psychosis with manic features, being just shy of bipolar disorder. So I just want to speak out on it. I'm 19 years old and I've not really got much going at the minute. I mean, I'm trying my hardest. I've got a TikTok account, bloody blah. I could go on forever. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about this double life which we're having to live and stuff like that, as bipolar disorder constantly has. Let's start off with talking about the fact that you are not alone. When you are living with a life with bipolar disorder, it might be very isolating. It almost might look like you need to just fight and fight, but you feel like no one is there. Someone will come up to you and it can just feel it almost feels like you're a zombie sometimes. And sometimes we are always trying to seek some sort of thrill, like, oh, let's go down that path, because we really want one thing, and that is adrenaline. Sometimes this is very common within the disorder. This is a very common thing. We want to go near things which might not be worthwhile, it might not be worth going near, but we still want to do it because we're risk takers sometimes, and we want to go for things that might, you know, have a bad impact. If you're here and you can relate, I can honestly talk about a lot of things. I can give a lot of examples. I can give substances is a very big one. Substances is one where we talk about drugs, we talk about alcohol, and why it's so dangerous to go near for people with bipolar disorder. I mean, bipolar bodies tend to be a lot more sensitive to things like that, such as substances, so scientifically it's not as safe to go near. And you probably hear your doctors say it, you probably hear anyone say like, no, you shouldn't go near it. But sometimes, because we live that double life, we want to go near the things that we're told not to go near even more. I do want to redirect the attention, sorry, to the background noise. Sorry if you can hear a bunch of screaming. Like I said, I like to keep my content as authentic as I can. But back to the point, we really want to go near things which are going to be potentially harmful to us and stuff like that, and that is probably one of the things which is very natural as part of the disorder. We want to go near things which are very dangerous for us, but guess what? There is a solution to this. Now, I do want to start off also by saying that the meds which you're on, if you are on any meds, it's never really linear finding the right ones. I'm on aripiprazole at the minute, and I'm also on quetiapine, if you've heard of it. Aripiprazole is a partial agonist. It blocks out the dopamine, but not completely. Unfortunately, I'm on the depot version as I switched over, and I was initially taking it orally, and I still had a little dopamine going for myself. I had that gratitude, I had that little buzz in me still. Unfortunately, ever since I switched over to the depot, I am now a lot more flat. I find it hard to get on with my day. It's difficult, but I'm trying my best. Passing time is probably one of the most hardest things to do as part of having this, and aripiprazole is a very numbing drug. Like I say, I've been experiencing a lot and I've been dealing with a lot, but it's also important to know that you're probably dealing with a lot yourself. And I do want to say that, like I said, you aren't alone in this. You're trying your hardest, you're pushing through every day, and you're probably dealing with something that most people who are normal are probably not dealing with. You've got your own individual struggles, and you are reminded that although you're going through those struggles, it's never going to be completely downhill. Things will get better for you. You just need to keep on going and keep trying your hardest, because it won't be easy, but it'll most definitely be worth it. that's all from me at the minute and my messy self this morning. I did want to conclude the video with people with bipolar disorder because it is just a very hard thing to mess with, and like it's a constant switch. It's draining, it's overstimulating, it's a whole bunch of things, but as long as you're trying your hardest out there, I hope I can just at least influence one person and motivate them to know that they aren't alone, and that finding the right meds won't be easy, but it'll most definitely be worth it. That's what I can really say, and I hope that this can help someone out there because I want to help people, and that's why I'm here. But yeah,